many of the surveys that we were doing with the farming community, we were finding out more about what their land looked like. And much of the land has gone from a grassland savanna into a thickened thorn bush. And that has occurred over the last about 60 to 80 years. Namibia is a very arid country, as are all the areas where cheetahs are found. Much overgrazing has occurred, not only in Namibia, but throughout the cheetah's range. And in talking with the farmers, we started asking them, well, you've got this thick thorn bush. And they said, yeah, and that's causing us more problems. And so any predator we see will kill them. And then for the cheetah, running in these open areas is what a cheetah would rather do at speeds of 70 miles an hour or 110 Ks. And we found that some of the cheetahs that were actually problem animals had been scratched in the eyes and had gone blind, and they were the ones catching livestock. So our livestock catching animals were tied back into a habitat problem. And so we started looking at alternatives around the bush. And there's thick thorn bush out there, and what do you do with it? And some people were looking at poisons, and we thought, well, what if we started looking at selective harvesting? How much tonnage could you actually get off of a piece of land if you were selectively harvesting it, not clear cutting it? And so we started a habitat restoration project, and it's called CCF Bush, and we make a product called Bush Block, which is a fuel log. And that's just one of the off-takes that we're doing with the bush. But we first had to find out what kind of tonnage with the selective harvest, and we are a Forest Stewardship Council certified organization. And from this certification, we will take about a 70% offtake of different structures, ages, of classifications. This thorn bush is also a form of desertification. It has very, very deep roots. Its roots go down probably 7 to 8 times deeper than the bush is high. The bush is maybe about 5 feet high to 7 feet, not very high. Goes through different stages of, young as it's growing, and it's just thorns, big, big, thick thorns. And so in harvesting that, just in a thinning harvest, we were able to get about 10 tons per hectare. And then as we figured that one out, looking at biodiversity studies, again, everything that we do is based on good science, looking at the biodiversity of more animals, insects, birds, mammals would come into the area more if it was harvested versus if it was this thick, thick, thick thorn bush. And we found that our biodiversity was much greater in the areas where we had harvest. So at 10 tons per hectare, as we would chop it, we then would chip it, and chipping it and then putting it through a hammer mill, started making this fuel log called Bush Block. So that allowed us to understand what we could do with this thickened thorn bush. And then from that, we are looking at scaling up. We've now gone to looking at taking our fuel logs and putting them through a biogasifier, and we're looking at trying to develop biomass electricity. And this electricity, we're hoping by the next few months or year to have a biogasifier that will link in at our center, where we'll actually turn the switch and we'll be having electricity out of thorn bushes that have taken over our groundwater. And if we can scale this up, it's something that can not only be useful in a larger production, but throughout Africa, and in many areas, again, where the cheetah's found, about 65% of the people in Africa do not have any access to electricity. Most of their lands are overgrazed, and so there are some forms of bushes, either natural or invasive, that have come in and are taking a lot of their groundwater. And so our biomass program, by showing how it works in Namibia, can also be useful not only from Namibia, throughout other areas. But there in Namibia, it's becoming quite a technology. We've got a demonstration center now at the farm, and we are not only showing how to make our fuel logs, how to harvest appropriately, but also looking now at biogasifiers, as well as something that we're calling bush to feed, where we, with the right kinds of additives, can actually take the bush, chop it up and maybe feed not only some of our livestock, but also some of our wildlife. So our bush being a problem can be, if managed appropriately, a solution to some of the problems that we're also facing. It can become an economic opportunity for the farmers. It can become an economic benefit for the country. And it can also provide partnerships with people from around the world.